Sister Wives, episode 13. Oh, sorry, season 13, episode 4, Kody's shocking move. And look at us. We are recapping the show within 24 hours? 36 hours? I don't know what day it is. It's been snowing for, I believe, 1,000,000 years. And we can't really... We can leave the house. We just can't go anywhere because every place is closed and the roads aren't great. Anyway, crazy Kody hair. He has this presentation, has this crazy energy. He has the same energy as like when you're watching a serial killer movie and they show the serial killer and he's got 1,000 pictures and like lines and yarn and he's like, if I just kill her, it'll take off the apocalypse. Like he's just got this crazy energy. He does this presentation. And it's like, it's supposed to be this presentation, but we know that he's already talked to all the wives and
he doesn't, I mean, he wants what he wants.
I will say, we got 8 minutes into the episode until we heard the word catfish. That might be an ongoing thing I start doing. How can they make every episode about the catfishing? So there's that. I will say, I mean, he's right about the market and all that, but...
It is kind of a genius move to sell this stuff right now.
Well, the thing is, we sold it a year ago. It would be a
genius move if they only rented, because there is going to be another market crash.
Yeah.
It's coming. It might be in 3-4 years, but it's coming.
It's coming. Prices have really, when we moved, we ended up where we are because it isn't the area. We're in Southwest Colorado, but we're not in one of the really super hip areas, but I think it will be in 20 years, but we looked at some of the hipper areas and prices had gone up like 100,000 in the last year, and they're climbing pretty fast for now. But I think in a couple years it's going to crash, and then then they'll do the same thing that we built. Anyway, Janelle's not having it. None of them are having it, but we already know they moved. That's the problem with the internet. We know they moved. We know that they moved to some place that we actually looked at. But just thought it was a little too expensive. So I'm kind of wondering what their whole... I mean, it's a cool area. It's one of the areas that I would have been very happy in. But anyway, so it's like this, well, we're not going to do it. And then when he said, I'm going to lead, and whether they like it or not, I'm going, I just wanted to punch him in the face. Because to me, you can talk all about how everyone's got to be on board, but when you say stuff like that...
You really have issues with mansplaining.
Men. Anyway, so they go wedding dress shopping, and they only invite Christine and Robin, which is like funny to me because all the kids seem to really like Robin, and all the viewers despise her. So, there you go. Anyway, they go with Hannah, who, she's got those hats. I don't mind hats, but to me it feels like a hat like that's like hiding something, but it doesn't really matter if she wants to hide something, she can. I mean, it's not, I've had people like, I have really long hair, and I've had people like read into what that means, and I'm like, no, it's easy. I wear it like this most of the time. It's easy to put up. I like having it down. I always wanted long hair, and so like I'm not going to read too deeply into her hat thing. Although I will say, when we saw her without the hat, I was like, oh, she looks 10 years younger. But that might be my personal preference of like less makeup and less severe hair and everything. So I don't know. Anyway,
when they get to Arizona, they're gonna go out and announce to everybody that they're plagues.
Well, yeah, I'm sure the TV cameras won't give it away.
No, like a certain other.
Oh, I know. And by the way, someone got real huffy on me last night on my YouTube about Seeking Sister Wife, about how if I'm going to talk about polygamy, I should learn about it first. And I feel like going, well, I'm going to let it be.
Hey, how about kiss my ass?
Because it's like you are the wrong place if you want to hear like a pro-polygamous message. But first of all, if you've watched Seeking Sister Wife, which you should go watch our recaps, most of the couples are not religious. Or they were and they've left it, or
they have no reading comprehension,
or they're not Mormon at all, but they've decided that because a few people in the Bible, the Christian Protestant Bible, had multiple wives, they should as well, despite the fact that everybody who had multiple wives had...
Literally everyone.
It had some pretty big problems.
It always caused problems.
Anyway, and then one of the couples isn't religious. Anyway, sorry, we're getting off. Go hit us up on Seeking Sister Wives. And if you want to talk to that lady and explain things, season 1, episode 1.
I'll mansplain it to her.
Anyway, then we get a hat montage, which I feel like these are adult women trying on hats that Hannah have made. So like the giggling and the pointing and then talking about how bad it is probably not the most polite thing, and is probably not what she wanted on TV. But anyway, they talked to Hannah about how she... they're polygamous. She's not. She grew up in their church. She has left, and she's trying very hard not to say, I didn't want a sister wife. So they're like, oh, so you wanted a sister wife. And she's like, well, I thought I had to. Oh, you wanted a sister wife? Well, I was raised to believe that was the right thing to do. Oh, but you left, so you didn't want one. Yeah, that's kind of what it appears to be. So that was a little awkward.
And Kody can take care of his children. Shocking.
No, the best part was when they went to see the Segway instructor. And I was like, oh my gosh, John, look at him. Look at him. He is the most Seattle Segway instructor I've ever seen. Like, this is... So also hit our Temptation Island recaps, which I think are hilarious, or at least the last one was. Hilarious. But I talk about how I'm clearly an old lady because I look at all the people and I'm like, is that attractive now? Is that how people dress? And that's what the Segway... He's probably like the coolest, most best looking guy in Seattle. And I was like, I cannot believe it's how someone chooses to arrange their facial hair and dress for TV.
To each their own.
Anyway, yeah. And then thank you for all the nice comments. I'm trying to be on the computer less, so I limit my time that I'm connected to Wi-Fi. So I keep intending to go and like and heart and comment on all the great comments. I see them because they get emailed to me. But my phone's not hooked up to YouTube, so I can't respond on my phone, and then when I'm on my computer, I'm supposed to be working. So anyway, thank you for your comments. Hit me up. I see them. We read them. I read them all. John loves me to read out all the comments about, John's so funny. He likes that. So anyway, thank you. Bye.